Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Where do I start? Let me start this off by saying, no, I don't think Mr. Beast is like an inherently bad person. I've never met him, but I'm sure he's a good guy, right? But just like everyone else on planet Earth, he makes mistakes. The difference is, everything he does is at the biggest of scales, meaning that when he makes mistakes, they're also going to be at the biggest scale. For example, if I make a mistake in my everyday life, it might be choosing the wrong topic for my class video project. Professor, please change my grade. I thought I was allowed to use KSI song in my presentation. You made the entire class go deaf. But when Jimmy makes a mistake on his video project, it's a war crime. I'm sure some of you have heard about the Jake Weddle situation. I'll link down his video below. But pretty much he was a contestant in one of MrBeast's last to leave videos, right? And some of the challenges he had to go through to win the money at the end of the day were not ethical challenges.
I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
And that's what I'm getting at here. That's a mistake on Jimmy and his team's part, right? But since it's such a big scale, since it's such a big video, the mistakes they're making are like, they're crazy. I'm gonna cover the overlying problem that MrBeast does in all of these survive long for money challenges. And I would call it a mistake, but like maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe Jimmy and or his team kind of know what they're doing, but you know, they keep doing it because they're not getting backlash or no one's talking about it, saying it's bad, so they keep doing it. But it's a major problem that I think they're really doing in essentially every video that follows the format of the longer you survive, the more money you win. This is a fairly common format in his videos, and I think he needs to get rid of it, and I'll tell you why. Alright, so you look at all the contestants, you know, they're happy that they won the money at the end of the day, right? And that's what Jimmy and his team rely on to make sure that the video, it's all good, it's all fun, it's all lighthearted at the end of the day. But it's really not. The reason that these videos are unethical, the reason why these videos are wrong, comes down to 4 words. They need the money. They need the money. I know that sounds stupid. Like, yeah, of course they need the money. That's why Jimmy's picking these people to do the challenges. He's picking people who need the money. That's good that he's giving it to those people who need it and not billionaires, right? Yes, I agree with that. But here's the thing. When you put $500,000 on the line, or you put $10,000 every day you survive on the line, then these people who need the money are going to go through those challenges. They're going to do that. No matter how much it hurts them to do it, they're going to do that because they need the money. Now imagine this. And now I'm not saying that Jimmy specifically picks these types of people to do the challenges for, but imagine this is you. Just imagine your grandma has cancer, right? And now that she has cancer, let's say your family isn't the most financially well off and they can't afford the chemotherapy treatment that she needs. But don't worry, here's MrBeast. MrBeast comes into the picture. Hey, and he doesn't specifically mention that your grandma has cancer. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. Maybe you don't even tell him that your grandma has cancer. But MrBeast comes up to you and he's like, hi, I'm MrBeast. Would you like to participate in my challenge where you have to survive in this grocery store and every day you survive, you win $10,000? Now you, having a grandma who needs life-saving cancer treatment, but you don't have the money for it, you're probably gonna say, yes, Jimmy, I'll do your challenge. Jimmy could turn off the lights, Jimmy could take away your food, and he could do some things that are not that bad, that are just kind of fun for the video, and he could do some things that are pretty bad, like keeping you in a confined space for 3 months without seeing your family. And at the end of the day, you're gonna stay in that confined space because you need the money. So for the people that really need the money, they're naturally gonna push themselves to lengths that they shouldn't push themselves to.
Are you there, Jimmy? This is the first interaction I get all day, and it's the freaking robot. Thanks for the money.
Jimmy has the money and he can give it to them if they need it. So I think that he can just do that. Obviously, he still needs content to make money, to generate revenue so he can give it away. But these videos where he does like survive in this house for 100 days or every day you survive, you win $10,000. That doesn't make up a majority of his videos. So he should scrap all of those. Scrap surviving in a bunker for 100 days. Get those out of here. These people are going through it when you put them in these challenges, bro. And you have a lot of other types of videos that you can keep doing that will still keep your channel going. Just eliminate these videos because they're bad, man. Let's take a look at some of his videos right now, right? And let me show you what I mean. 7 days stranded in a cave. Fine, right? Do that with your friends. That's fine. Survive 100 days in nuclear bunker. Win $500,000. No. He did that to 2 like random people who really needed the money in 100 days. Like, no. 50 YouTubers fight for $1 million. Cool. Built 100 houses and gave them away. Cool. That's dope. World's deadliest obstacle course. That was with Mac. I think that one was fine. $10,000 every day you survive in the wilderness. There you go. That's another one that I say don't do that. Protect the yacht. Keep it. That one's cool. 10 minutes this room will explode. It's cool. Ages 1 through 100 wins 50,000, 20, 50,000. What? 7 days stranded on an island. Cool. Protect a Lamborghini. Cool.
Survive 7 days in abandoned city. Cool. Face your biggest fear. Cool. 1 vs. $2 million private island. Cool. Protect 500,000. Keep it. Cool. 7 days solitary for confinement. You did it. Cool. 100 dogs from dying. Cool.
100 days trapped. Win $500,000. Not cool. But you see how like most of those videos were cool, and then like 1 out of like the 10, 1 out of like 5 or 6 or 7 were not cool. And even the videos where MrBeast tortures himself and his friends to a degree, like 7 days stranded at sea, I don't think that's that bad because he's doing it with his friends and there's no monetary motivation here. Him and his friends can leave at any time. They can quit the challenge. And if they quit, there's no like consequence. They're not missing out on money when they quit. So if they quit, they're not losing $500,000. But for these contestants, the end goal is $200,000, $500,000, as many $1,000 as they want. So they're gonna keep pushing for that. They're gonna keep pushing for that. Because dude, the American dream at this point is just money. Everyone's driven by money. And MrBeast has so much money, and he knows this. So he uses the money to his advantage. He puts the money on like the little, you know, like the stick where like you're like, you know, like in Minecraft when you like sit on top of a pig and then you put like a stick with a carrot in front of it and you tell it to chase the carrot and then it just drags you along. Like that's pretty much what MrBeast is doing. Like he's like sitting on top of the contestants and then holding a stick with money in front of them, and then those contestants run after the money until he gets enough content. And then that's the video, and then he gives them the money when he has enough content. But if they don't survive long enough, if they don't run for the money long enough, then the video gets scrapped, like with Jake Weddle. MrBeast is like holding this money up for these people, and he's like, you can win all this money. And they're like, oh, let's go. And it gets to the point where they completely disregard these things that he's doing to them, these things that he's kind of putting them through, because at the end of the day, he's gonna give them so much money. So he's the savior. It's okay. I can't be mean to him. I can't say, Jimmy, why are you doing this to us? Because he's giving you money. You gotta be grateful, right?
I would feel bad for him, except he's won $450,000.
Like that one guy who won $1 million for keeping his hand on the thing. That changed that guy's life. And maybe the last to keep hand on wasn't that bad. Like it was like 24 hours or something like that. But now MrBeast is going to lengths where it went from 24 hours, 36 hours to win $1 million with your hand on the thing, to now 100 days in a house, don't see anybody, don't see your family, to win $500,000. It's like getting more and more extreme. It's getting to a point where you can't be like, you shouldn't be doing this, dude. Sleep deprivation, depriving them of their social life. It's like, I can't get behind it, dude. And even though those people are voluntarily doing it, again, they need the money. And I think if this keeps going, then it's gonna be like the Logan Paul in 2017 situation. He kept going, pushing limits, doing the craziest things, right? And then eventually, he went to a limit that, you know, he went to too far of an extreme. And this is where I'm kind of starting to feel like MrBeast is kind of going down that same path. 5 years ago, you put your hand on a box for 36 hours to win $1 million. But today, you survive in a bunker for 100 days. 100 days, not 36 hours, to win $500,000. Maybe in 10 years, MrBeast is gonna be like, I kidnapped your mom and I'm gonna kill her unless you do this challenge, and then maybe instead of giving you money, I'm not gonna kill your mom. So I think he's
This is crazy.
This is our first time seeing the sun in 100 days.
This is our first time seeing the sun in 100 days. This is our first time seeing the sun in 100 days.